All right, welcome back to SportsLine, everybody. We continue our busy Wednesday night show. So much going on here in the area. We love it. We talked about the NFL draft, of course. We talked about the Preds and the Ducks. Game 7 coming up in just a little over, around a half an hour. And, of course, this weekend is the Nashville St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon. We got a couple of great representatives to talk about that. Joining me in studio, all the way down there, is Tracy Sunland, Senior Vice President for Global Events at Competitor Group and one of the founding fathers of the marathon. Welcome, sir.
Nice to be here.
And representing St. Jude's is Jessica Turi, who's a former St. Jude patient. And there's a great partnership, isn't there, between St. Jude and the marathon every year, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is so exciting because this is our 5th year to be the benefiting charity. And overall, if you look at all of those years, we're talking about more than $8 million raised for the kids of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
That is absolutely fantastic. Tracy, you've been doing this a long time. And I know it's a labor of love, but there is some labor involved in it, isn't it?
I've never worked a day in my life.
I like it. I like it.
But we need to add just a moment to the St. Jude story.
Sure.
I've been in athletics for 40, 50 years at this point, and sports for sports' sake means everything. It's great fun, but sports is how I can save lives, change lives. That's really where it's at, and it's really what drives us all at the Competitor Group every day. And the partnership with St. Jude's in this particular event here, it's the core of what we do.
What I love about this event is that it's become so popular, and we were talking about this before we came on the air. Not only people from all over the country, but people from all over the world come to run in this marathon. And I just think, look, somebody built like me is not really meant to run a long distance, so I admire anybody that wants to run over 26 miles. But just because Nashville's such a special city, people love coming here. They love to vacation here. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. And when you have a great event like this that brings people together and, like you said, helps worthy charities like St. Jude, I mean, that's got to put a smile on your face.
It is incredibly special, and it's also just special to look back over that history. Yeah. Because when we first came here, you could have fired a cannon off in downtown Nashville and not hit anybody. And the only people that ran were the Tennessee State Tiger Bells. But that world's changed, and really Nashville's one of the few cities in our 31 cities now in our series that literally sells themselves. You can have a good time in any city you go to, but usually somebody has to tell you where to go. Right. No, in Nashville, you walk out the door, they got live music in Walgreens. It is impossible not to have a good time. And it's gone from 7,500 people in our first year to, we'll be well over 30,000 again this year. And that's amazing. It's a special, special time.
And we want to remind everybody that News Channel 5 will have live coverage of the event all morning long on Saturday, so you definitely want to be checking that out. It's a fun event. It's something we love to do every year. Jessica, talk about your experience as a former St. Jude patient. What does St. Jude mean to you, and what did it mean to you to represent St. Jude, and being the fact that you're a former patient?
Sure. So St. Jude has given me the chance at life and the chance to be here with you today. And so it's so special to look at this race and look at these St. Jude heroes. We have thousands of them who have fundraised as they have trained for the kids of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And without people like those heroes and people like, the generous folks of Nashville, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. And it's awesome to be able to see it from this side. At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, no family has to pay for anything. Yeah. So my family didn't pay a penny for my treatment. And I had
you were treated for what? Yeah.
The most common form of childhood cancer, and it's called acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Wow.
So we're talking about $500,000 in treatment when it's all said and done, right? And we didn't pay, and no family pays, and that's for treatment, travel, lodging, you name it. It's all covered. That's what makes St. Jude special, and that's what makes this race special.
Now, how old were you when you were diagnosed?
9 years old, and I had 2.5 years of chemotherapy.
Wow, and how old are you now?
27.
Look at her,
for
folks.
St. Jude.
Look at her, folks. She looks amazing, doesn't she?
I would only tell you that for St. Jude.
Oh, congratulations to you. I think that's fantastic. Tracy,
thank you so much.
In addition, I mean, this is something for the whole family, right? I mean, not just the hardcore runners, but folks that there's a half marathon, there's a 5K, there's something for the kids on Sunday. I mean, there's a lot going on.
No, and that's by design, all right? You were wrong. If you come out there at the 5-hour mark on Saturday, I will show you a lot of people that look like you and perhaps not in as good a shape. No, it's a thing of, this is all sport is about the mind.
Yeah.
And you will see people's life story written on their foreheads as they come to that finish line. It's a very, very moving deal. Physically, everybody can do this. Mentally, not so many can do it. And yes, we've added the 5K. We're trying to make this city much healthier, make this country much healthier.
Yeah.
And is it an entry distance? I don't know. Is it the distance that they will stay at? As long as people are staying active, we want that. We want them to come here. If the serious runner comes to town, brings their family, let them have something for it.
Sure.
Whether it's the 5K or come out on Sunday at 2 o'clock and we'll have the 7th largest kids race in America.
I'll tell you what, I've driven downtown on Sundays, on marathon weekend, and it's so great to see the kids participating in that. The smiles on their faces, I mean, their faces just light up, and it looks, you could just tell it's something that, it's not only fun to do, but, look, I'm a certified personal trainer. I understand the benefits of good health. I've had family members go before their time, and it's so important at a young age, right, to get these kids involved in health and fitness, right?
It is, and some of our runners, walk the walk after they've talked the talk. In fact, our defending champion, Scott Wyteka, 3 times defending champion, an Olympic trials qualifier in a marathon from Hendersonville, he's going to be out there on Sunday after he hopefully wins on Saturday.
Going for the 4P.
Because he coaches a group from Jack Anderson Elementary. No, you have to share that knowledge, share that love, and get kids started on the right path. And it's also interesting to see how those kids become role models for their parents, because in the last 15, 20 years, you've certainly seen this country get fatter and slower.
Yeah. Yeah, and we need to do something about that. And folks, there's still time for you to get involved with this weekend's activities. We're going to talk about that as we continue here on SportsLine. Stay with us. Got some good stuff ahead.